thought I would do a video because one of you that's bought my 5-2 diet and exercise plan, that's you, Anne, has emailed me and said, you know, it would be a lot easier if you had a little video. So I've listened and I thought, well, why not? That's a great idea. So as a nutritionist, my job is to know about every different type of diet. And I wasn't really that interested in the 5-2 diet, to be honest with you. I thought that, you know, eating regularly speeds up your metabolism and keeps you from going into fat storage mode. But then quite a few of my clients decided that they were going to give the 5-2 diet a go. And so as a nutritionist and as their trainer, I thought I'm going to have to get on board here and find out what this is all about. Now, when I came to the 5-2 diet, I realised that I actually did know it very well. As I was born with Hirschsprung's disease, which means my bowels don't work very well, I'm often required to rest my body and rest my digestive system. And it would appear to me that the 5-2 diet does exactly that. So you have 2 days out of the week where you eat a significantly reduced calorie intake, such as 500 calories, and it rests the body, gives the body time to heal. You'll sleep more, you'll detox, you'll let go of excess fluid, and of course over time this does the body wonders. Now, there's one lady that I'm thinking of in particular that comes to one of my Pilates classes, and she's lost a tremendous amount of weight doing the 5-2 diet, and she looks amazing. And one of my other personal training clients has lost 4.5 stones doing it. And I think what they like about it is it's psychologically easy. They don't have to count calories. They don't have to worry about what they're going to eat and things like that. They just have 2 days where they significantly reduce their calories and rest the body. Now, I started looking into this because for me personally, I do a lot of exercise, and some of you out there have very active jobs, and to survive on 500 calories a day, for me, would be impossible. I'd be exhausted, I'd be tired, I just wouldn't be able to function. And even for those that are working in offices, you know, like having to do a lot of mental work, you would be too tired to function mentally as well. So I figured that there must be an easier way of doing this, and I started searching through all the 5-2 books, and I started researching on the internet, and I came across a thing called Lean Gains, written by another trainer. And the Lean Gains is the 2-day 16-hour fast diet. Now what this is it's a much easier version of the 5-2. So here's the example. You do the 2 days consecutively, and say you stop eating at 8 p.m, you'd then eat at 12 noon the next day. Then you'd have quite a big meal, yeah, something substantial but healthy, followed by 2 smaller meals, and you'd stop eating at 8 p.m. again, and then you'd start eating again at 12 noon the next day. So some people have been asking me an example of what you would eat on your refeed period. So I would have a large chicken salad, something substantial, maybe with an egg thrown in there, and, you know, something really, you know, big and wholesome, but full of live foods and full of nutrients as well. And the 2 smaller meals, I might have a mushroom omelette. I love mushroom omelettes. And then later on I might have soup and a roll. So you see, the 2 second meals are a lot lighter than the first meal. You know, you can really bulk up on that first meal. Now it's not as low as 500 calories, but it's definitely lower than what you'd normally eat. So I reckon it'd be more around the 800 mark, really, maybe a little bit higher depending on you know, portion size. But we just want to rest the body. So what we're actually giving the body is easily digestible food. Yeah, your soups, your omelettes, your nice healthy salads. These are foods that are easily digested, and that's what we're looking for. So we're wanting to rest the body, we're wanting to reset the body, and we're wanting to detox the body. Now, often people say, well, when do we weigh ourselves? What's the best time? And so often the best time is after your 2-day fast. That's when you're going to be at your lightest. But really, I'm not too hung up on the weighing. What I've found is with the 5-2 diet is that people actually feel so good on it that they stop weighing themselves, and then suddenly when they weigh themselves they realise they're 10 pounds down. So don't get too hung up on weighing yourself. Just make sure that you do it now and again so you know where you are, so you can keep track of it. But my favourite way of testing whether it's working, of course, is clothes, you know. So if you're mad on clothes, it works very well. So I hope that's cleared up a few little bits and pieces for you with the 5-2. What I like about the 2-day 16-hour diet is you're sleeping most of the time that you're fasting. What we've done is we've just extended the fasting period, and we heal ourselves when we're sleeping. We do, and what we're doing is we're giving ourselves a longer fasting period so the body can just rest a little bit more. Now, the example I've given you, 8 p.m. till 12 noon the next day, if that doesn't suit, for example, you could do 3 p.m. through to 8 a.m. the next day. So you see, so it's whatever suits you, you tailor it to your lifestyle. Now, just a little tip on fasting. Fasting has changed significantly over the years. There's always been religious fasting, always. And now what religious fasting, people that do that religious fasting have found is that they're putting on significant amounts of weight after the fasting. So I'm thinking of my guys that are doing the Ramadan, I'm thinking the Jewish festivals. But what's happened in modern day society is that they're really gorging themselves after the fasting period. So years ago, many moons ago, when people would have fasted, they would have eaten moderately or frugally afterwards. Yeah, they wouldn't have gone to KFC, and they wouldn't have you know, gone haywire eating until, you know, the sun came up again and stuff like that. They would have just eaten frugally and moderately, and that's what you've got to remember with the 5-2 diet. We're not stuffing our faces after we've finished fasting. We're nourishing the body moderately. Yeah, so just remember that. If you keep that in mind, it will work very effectively. So no stuffing of the face, eating moderately after fasting, and I hope that's helped you. What I'm going to do after this is I'm going to add on the stretching sequence that I've put in my email, because stretching drains the body of excess fluid, it helps with detoxification, it helps with toning, and even with my brides to be 3 weeks before the wedding, I'll take them off all the weights, I'll put them onto the bands and the stretching. Pilates is very effective for this, and yoga. So in the 5-2 exercise plan, on your fast day, I put in a little yoga sequence. Now, do not worry if you can't do it all. The idea is A, we're breathing, and B, we're stretching. And that's the main thing that I want you to do on your fasting day. If you can get out for a walk, lovely. But I'm not wanting you to pummel the body when you're fasting. I just want you to move it. So I hope that's helped a little bit, and stay with me and we'll go through the stretching sequence together. All right, thank you. Hi guys, it's Anna here. So we're going to go through some of the yoga moves for the fasting day exercise plan. And I'm going to go from the very beginning with the Pilates introduction to mobilise all the joints. This is going to be quite a quiet recording because we're going to be deep breathing. So I'm going to do 5 breaths with each little move. And I'll talk you through it, but I want it to be a gentle, you know, kind of relaxing, de-stressing kind of a thing. So, feet, knees, hips, nice and tall, string coming out the top of the head, hands on the rib cage, 5 deep breaths in. down to the stomach muscles, breathing in. Pull in as tight as you can, 10th notch of a really tight belt. And relax. Breathing in. Pulling into the 6th notch of the belt, so not so tight this time. And relax. Breathing in. To the 3rd notch of your Pilates belt. This is where we should be all the time. Breathing out as you turn the head. Breathing in as you come to sit. And breathing out. And breathing in. Making an arc with the chin, down one side and up the other, and again, and again, and again. Taking the shoulders up, back, and down into place. Up, back, and down into place. Up, back. And then down the sides of the body. Hands on the shoulders, breathing in. Pulling in, I want you to keep the hips facing forwards. Twist the upper body only. And back to centre. And back to centre. Breathing in, breathing out as you drop the chin, rolling down through the spine, relaxing the neck and the head, and then pull in the stomach muscles to build the spine all the way back up. You can give yourself a shake on the way down if you like. And one more time. I want you to hinge at the hips and the knees, sending the arms forward. Just as if you're going to sit down on a chair. And then I may disappear slightly from view when I do this, breathing in, pulling in, rising onto the toes, and back down. So this kind of thing is very good for your digestive system as well. It really is. And it really helps the body just relax and de-stress. Okay, very good. So I'm just coming down now to a nice sitting position here. I've got my little phone here just to remind me of the sequence of the poses. Again, please don't worry if you're not able to do all of them. So if you can't do the yoga pose, I'm not that flexible in the knees, so I don't often do the full yoga pose where it's up onto the leg. So just sit here, nice and happy. 5 deep breaths. And then we're going to take the legs out to the side. So this yoga position is actually just slightly forward, so you're getting a stretch down the inner thighs here. So when I've had a bad week, you know, with my guts, so as you can see, you might be able to see here, I'm a little bit swollen. This will help bring that area down. This is why I love stretching. So I can look like I'm pregnant sometimes, and after a good stretch, it just, you know, releases that, and suddenly you've got a flat belly again. So join me here to do this now today. So just 5 deep breaths. Okay, one leg forward and the other leg over. If you can, tuck that leg under. Lovely. We're going to twist here. So we're twisting towards the bum. 5 deep breaths. And then we're going to swap the other side, tucking that leg under there, swapping and twisting towards the bum. 5 deep breaths. And then releasing that. Okay, all fours for me. Breathing in, pulling in, arching the back like a cat, and back to neutral spine. Nice and long. Dipping then the other way, so the bum comes up, the belly comes down. Back to neutral spine. Pulling in. To neutral spine and dip. Back to neutral spine. Okay, opposite arm to leg, you move them along the floor, pulling in tightly. When they can go no further, that's when we lift. 5 deep breaths. Imagine someone's pulling the wrist and the ankle. coming back to centre. Opposite arm, 2 leg. Going for the stretch. 5 deep breaths. And relax, let's just release that. Releasing that there. Let me check the next pose. Okay, the plank. If this is too much, you can do it on the knees here, diagonal position. If you're going to do it on the legs, straight line, 5 deep breaths. And relaxing, that's a tough one. It's the breathing out that's tough. As you breathe out, the stomach muscles have to work even harder. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little sequence now where we follow our nose. So we're going to breathe in, pull in, the nose goes down to the floor, follow it along, drop the hips and push up here, 5 deep breaths. Shoulders back and down. And then just coming back to release that again. So you're going to see my nice purple catsuit now as I do this. So, tucking the toes under, bum to ceiling, draw the heels down to the floor, 5 deep breaths. Then extend, 5 deep breaths if you can. And release that. Just to take the pressure off the arms. And then let's try the other side. Tucking the toes under, bum to ceiling, extend, 5 deep breaths. And release that. I want you to very gently tuck the toes under, and I want you to walk yourself back, and I want you to use the weight of the body to sit down to the floor, 5 deep breaths. each out breath takes you a little further. Bend at the knees, coming all the way up. I'm going to take this nice and gently. First of all, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Just relax there. And then take it a little deeper. And then deeper, still drop the hip, release the hip, the hands are on the inside of the leg. 5 breaths. Drop the knee, coming back, lean forward and up. 5 breaths. You'll feel it down the front of the thigh. And release, gently come to standing. So we're just going to do it the other side. So steady away, we're easing into this. A little bit lower. Hands down, dropping the hip. 5 deep breaths. Placing that knee down, just come back. Reaching in, showing my belly, reaching in, 5 deep breaths. And just release that. So it's deceptive, it will make you warm. Check my sequence. Very good. Okay, the next exercise is an advanced version of an exercise we've already done. I want you to imagine someone's pulling the wrist and the ankle, and you'll be able to see me as I come down. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, arms straight up. So I'll come into view very soon. I want you to pull in the stomach muscles, make that straight line, and then tilt. And back. Now you're always better one side than you are the other, so you may find that you do a lot better one side than the other. We're looking to create a tabletop position, going for the stretch here, and back up, just to release that by coming down and up. Feet out, 1 foot turned out, and lean. going to tilt here. The knee is going to go to the side. The elbow's going to go to the side of the knee. And we're going to look up, pull in to keep balance. And back. Okay. Other side. Turn that leg out. And then we're going to lean like this. If you can see me, hopefully you can. Tilting, elbow to knee, look up. And relax, just bend over just to release that. Checking my thing, so just releasing. Just rock forwards and backwards for me. And then gently come up. We're going to do the tree. The hands are like that above my head. If you just want to put the foot to the side of the ankle, that's fine. If you want to bring it to the side of the knee, hold in here, 5 breaths. Lovely. Again, you'll be better one side than the other. If it's too much, you can hold the hands here. And relax. Okay, we're nearly there. So even though it's a stretching sequence, you will still feel it working, you know. You can hear me huffing and puffing, can't you? Hands directly underneath the shoulders. Push up into a straight line, 5 breaths. Relax, coming forward. That's a tough one for the bingo wings, so you'll feel it there. And we are nearly there. So I'm just going to switch around here onto my front. 2 deep breaths. So the reason I'm doing this is this next one makes me burp. So take hold of one leg, just hold it there initially, just to release the thigh muscle. And then the other side. And then both legs. So you relax in here, then you push and relax. and push. And relax. Last time. Let me check my sequence. Okay, what's really funny is it doesn't matter which way I do this one, it's going to be unflattering. So you can laugh at me, but I won't be able to see you do this. Be careful of your neck. Please be careful. If you can't do this, don't do it. Yeah, just gently. It's to your own level. Deep breaths. And then just lie down, full body stretch, relax.